From a feminist perspective, I do agree that marriage is a main oppressor for women. I don't think there are words more perfect that describe the lives of married women. They are living in comfortable concentration camps. From my experience, I have seen women slowly lose their self-esteem, independence, and individuality because they allow themselves to become dominated and controlled by their spouses. Women become a mere shadow of their husbands. Friends, what I've read to you are excerpts from the younger me, back in my early 20s when I was in college and taking women's studies. I was anti-marriage, and this video is all about my transformation of going from anti-marriage to pro-marriage. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. In light of it being Father's Day this weekend, I thought what better way to honor my husband, who's the father of our two kids, by making a video, a happy wife video that shares with you the truth about marriage, that marriage is a gift. My husband is a gift. My family is a gift. And you guys, I can't even believe that I'm saying all of this, because when I think back to who I was in my early 20s, it was a completely different person. Back then, I would have been the one rolling my eyes and moaning about this very statement that I'm making. But I recognize that marriage has changed me. It's changed me for the better. And I understand now the importance of marriage and the importance it has on our society. I know that this will likely be a very unpopular, maybe even controversial video to make, but that's okay because it's my story and I want to share with you just my story of transformation, how I went from avoiding marriage into being an advocate for marriage. So why was I so pessimistic about marriage early on? Well, I was raised by a single mom. I'm an only child. I never met my dad. He walked out when she was pregnant. So that was my example of a man. So why would I ever want to marry one? What I learned at a very young age is that men can't be trusted, that they won't stick around, that they're not going to take responsibility and be there for you. So why would I ever get married? Why would I have children? Why would I be a stay-at-home mom? I was perfectly happy, and it seemed at the time just genuinely happy being single and doing the career thing. And I got my degree, I went to college, I pursued my career, worked hard, moved up, just did all the things that successful people do. It was great, it was fun, and it was rewarding. And I thought, well, this is it. My highest priority in life was really me, and it was my career and self-fulfillment. And so I dated a lot. I was a serial dater. And in fact, I remember one time telling somebody that I didn't believe in marriage. I believe that relationships were flexible and that you're here for a season and we can just move in and out of people's lives when the time is up. This was my independent mindset at its peak, that I didn't need a man, but that if a decent one came along, I would let him in, but only so far. Exactly 1 year later, I ended up moving back to California, and that's when I met my now husband. It was 2 months later. I did not have dating on my mind. My mom was sick at the time, and that's why I'd come back to care for her. And then here's this guy that shows up, and everything changed. I recognized that he was a stand-up guy, that he was a quality, high standard kind of guy with solid family values and a hard worker, and he genuinely just really cared, and he gave a lot. And for the first time, I thought to myself, I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna stop fighting. I'm gonna stop resisting men and blaming them for my problems. I'm gonna stop focusing on their faults and why I should hate them and why they're unnecessary. He introduced me to a safety that I hadn't experienced before. And because I felt that, I felt like I could just relax and I could be on the receiving end of all these wonderful qualities and attributes of his. So instead of pushing him away or only allowing him to come in so far, I let him love me. It didn't take long for me to recognize that I had hit the jackpot, with my husband. And we got married. We've been married 21 years and we have 2 kids together. I think back to all the time and the energy that I spent in the workplace, in that environment, working hard and moving up and becoming successful. And all those things were wonderful things. They cultivated a strength and a confidence and a capability in me. But what I also learned is that at the end of the day, I'm replaceable. There's a lot of other eager, driven, career-minded women that are all around, ready to fight for my job. And I was tired of fighting. It was exhausting. When I decided to marry and to make my husband, my family, my kids, my home the highest priority, everything shifted and life just got better. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about we. Marriage truly is a gift. And I remember hearing early on that you have 2 chances at a family, the one that you were raised in and then the one that you create. So I may not have had the role model of the ideal nuclear family growing up, but when I met my husband, I knew there was a possibility that I could now create that I could invest in a new way, a new structure that was good and that was loving and supportive. I'm not saying marriage has been easy. We've definitely had to learn a lot and give a lot and sacrifice and compromise and grow up together. But those are really beautiful qualities. I've learned to love and to give on a deeper level that is much more rewarding and satisfying than just living for myself. I enjoy taking care of my husband. I enjoy caring for my family and my children. I believe it's the calling on my life. And I'm really glad that I took a chance and I opened up and I released, controlled, and allowed myself to be loved in this way. So there you have it, a happy wife video. Thank you, hubby, for changing my life for the better. And thank you, Dennis, for this video idea. I'll see you next time.